Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Wheatley figure. Now, Wheatley, this figure is actually my favorite human figure in the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom line. Of course, I'm not counting the Legacy Collection or anything like that, but out of all the humans from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, at least in figure form, this one is probably my favorite. Unfortunately, he doesn't really come with any dinosaur of any sort, but this is still a very nice figure. Wheatley's character in the movie didn't really tickle my fancy. He wasn't awful, but he wasn't a great character. But then again, there are a lot of characters in Fallen Kingdom that I wasn't the biggest fan of. Not that I hated them, just they weren't my favorite, so yeah. Anyway, that's it for that. Before we take a look at Wheatley himself, we have a few accessories to take a look at. And first of all, we have a gun right here. Now, I am not a gun expert, so I could not tell you the exact type of gun this is. But, yeah, no, this is a pretty nice sculpted little accessory. The painting here, there's no paint, it's just a solid gray piece, but honestly, that's kind of all you need for this. So, yeah. No paint, so no pass, but that's not always a bad thing. The lack of paint can sometimes be good, but then there are other times where, hold on one second. Unpainted things like this can kind of, you know, turn out bad, but this looks nice unpainted, so yeah. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting here. No pass, but again, no pass is not always a bad thing, so yeah. Anyway, now take a look at the articulation. There is none, so we're just going to get right into the sculpt. And the sculpting here looks very nice. It looks like a gun. Again, nothing a lot to say. I don't know a lot about guns, but yeah, no. The sculpting here looks very nice, so the sculpting gets a pass. And the detailing here, again, nothing crazy. More paneling would have been nice, but everything here still looks very nice. So the detailing again looks nice, and that's it for the gun. Now for this little bag that can carry the gun. We'll take a look at that in a second, but first we'll take a closer look at this. And the painting here is actually pretty nice. Most of this is like a brownish color, which does look nice, but we do have darker shades of brown for the pockets here and here, which is honestly a very nice touch. I'm actually surprised they painted that. I kind of expected them to just leave that the same color as the rest of the bag, but no, they actually painted that, which is very nice. And of course, this opens up, and what's really cool is that we have different dinosaur teeth, which is actually what he did in Fallen Kingdom. He took tweezers and he kind of took the tooth of, just one tooth of every dinosaur he caught for a necklace I think he was making, but yeah, no, that's actually a very nice touch, and I actually really like that. And like I said before, you can store the gun in here. All you have to do is just line that up like so. Close this, and it's very simple, so yeah. And of course there's a strap here, so Wheatley can wear it. So what you do is just straighten out his arm, tilt his head as much as you can, and just kind of try to strap that, and just try to get that strap over his head. Can be a little tricky at times, but once you get it, you get it. So now he has, well, now he's holding his gun, so yeah. And speaking of the carrying case, whatever I called it before, yeah. He can hold that like a backpack, and he can also hold his gun like so, but it could be a little tricky trying to get it in his hand. But once you do, you can, yeah. That's not the best you can do, but you can make it look a little better, but yeah. And unfortunately, wrist articulation would have been not, well, I mean, you could kind of like fake it by like twisting the arm and kind of like doing something like that, but again, no wrist articulation, so posing with the gun is a little hard, so yeah. Anyway, that's it for the accessories. Now for Wheatley himself, and first we'll take a look at the painting on Wheatley, and the painting on Wheatley is very nice. Most of his clothes is like this, almost like a mustard yellow, kind of like bordering on a greenish color, which looks nice. The painting on his face, if my camera can focus, looks very nice as well. Everything there actually looks very nice. No blemishes or defects or anything like that. The painting for his hair and his face and whatnot looks very nice. And his hat and his shirt is this greenish color, as I mentioned before. and his pants is kind of like a darker color of the same color here. His little gun right here is painted brown, and the buckle on his belt is painted gray. Not silver, just gray. His boots are painted brown, and just like with Owen and the generic military man, the skin tone is more of a tannish color. So it's like he has a bit of a tan, but yeah. That's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. Not a lot, but everything here is pretty neat, so the painting on this figure, I'd say gets a pass. Now take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure, again, it's the same as other human figures in this line, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I still will briefly show it off. So ball joint at the head, the arm can move upwards that much, and 360 around like so. Bend at the elbow, and there is a swivel here. There's a swivel at the waist. He can't really kick that far, but he can kick forward that much. There is a bend at the knee, and there is a swivel here. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for the articulation. Again, it's not anything new. We've seen this a lot on other human figures in this line, but again, it's still nice. So the articulation here gets a pass. Now take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting here, again, looks very nice. The head sculpt looks a lot like Wheatley from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And yeah, the rest of the sculpting here looks very nice. Nothing too noteworthy, but the sculpting here, again, still looks very nice. So the sculpting here gets a pass. Now take a look at the detailing, and the detailing, again, looks very nice. So if my camera can focus, his face is detailed very nicely, and even his beard is nicely detailed. I don't think Owen's beard was detailed. I think it was just painted on, but the hair underneath his hat right here is detailed nicely as well. And speaking of the hat looks alright. His shirt is detailed very nicely as well. All the pockets and the folds and whatnot and all the creases, very nice. And his pants are detailed nicely as well. Again, nice folding and whatnot, which looks very nice, very well defined. And even his boots look very nice as well. I actually really like how the boots look. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for the detailing on Wheatley. The detailing on Wheatley is very nice, so the detailing gets a pass. So at the end of the day, should you get this? I'd say yes. Unfortunately, you can't really find this figure in stores anymore. You probably can, but Mattel's distribution, I meant to say, isn't really the best, and I don't think it's just Mattel's fault. I think it's like both Target and Walmart, but they don't really stock their items well at all, at least for the Jurassic World line, because there are a lot of figures that, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know, just the distribution on Mattel's end is a little trash, because there are a lot of figures that came out in different countries but is not here yet, like the Brachiosaurus. When I'm recording this, the Brachiosaurus, the Legacy Brachiosaurus, I mean, is out in like the UK and Brazil, but not really here in the States yet. So yeah, we're gonna get that in November, I believe, but again, the distribution is a little rough, and there are a good chunk of figures where other countries had them for a while, but we're just getting them, like the Indominus Rex. Even though I have no intentions of buying that figure, it's still a problem that I think is worth pointing out, so yeah. But if you can find this figure, don't pay more than $10. This figure originally retailed for $7.99, so if you do pay like, not like $9.99 or like $10 or something like that, then I'd say it wouldn't be the end of the world, but don't pay over $10. So yeah, this is still a very nice figure, but if you want to know how big he is, here he is next to Dr. Billy Grant. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.